This is the Dodgers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Well, that didn't go the way we thought it would, or that we had hoped it would after what we saw from them last night, where they come from behind 14-11 victory. Tonight, a complete turn of events. We'll get into the details here in just a little bit. I'm Pete Fox, covering sports in LA, dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. The Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST comes on right after the game. Immediate reaction. We break it down for you. And then if you need more, you check out Jeff and Vince, the Locked On Dodgers daily podcast, Monday through Friday. Well, three things to me that I take away from this game. A tough luck outing for Dustin May. Pitched very, very well to get that result. Dodgers had absolutely no answers for Corbin Burns. He was lights out. They were stymied all day, couldn't figure out anything at the plate. And I sit here looking at this game going, is this the same offense that we saw last night? Like, where did that team go? Wow. So we'll break down the details of what did happen. Unfortunately for the Dodgers, there wasn't much positive at the plate at all. They are shut out for only the third time this year. Of course, the 16-0 one against the Cubbies, and then they were shut out in game one against the Pittsburgh Pirates in that series at the Ravine a couple of weeks ago. They proceeded then to go on a 7-game winning streak right after that. So let's hope that happens tomorrow. Definitely a different Dodger team tonight than we saw last night. Give a lot of that credit to Corbin Burns. A little behind the curtain here for you from my perspective. Tonight's also going to be a little different for me doing this show, because here at Locked On, they spare no expense when it comes to helping us produce a good product. Many, many different tools are allotted to us. One of them, a couple of them actually, are AI tools. I'm not a big fan of AI. I use it sometimes because it is helpful at times, and other times I find it to be less helpful than just doing it on my own. Well, one of the tools that we use helps us do post-production for the YouTube presentation when we're done. And it recently started evaluating my show, the POSTCAST. So when it's done, you input the show and it spits out a review. And I was like, what is this? So I was like, all right, I will take some of those critiques to heart and try to be better for you, Mr. AI. So two things I'm trying today. I'm trying some of the AI suggestions, and I'm also curious to see how AI responds when I specifically and personally reference the AI. So, hey, AI, is this better? Is this what you want? AI wanted more of a setup at the beginning of the show for what happened in the game. So, okay, Dodgers lost today 3-0, in case you didn't watch the game. It's also interesting here at Locked On, for the POSTCAST anyway, we're playing to two audiences. It's very weird. I had a conversation with Mark Farzetta, who does Locked On Phillies POSTCAST. And it's weird because when you do a POSTCAST on regular media, like TV, not that this isn't regular, it's just new, like old-fashioned media, like TV and radio, you're playing to one audience, right? When you're on the radio, you're playing to the radio audience. When you're on TV, you're playing to the TV audience. We're playing to two audiences here. So it is different. It's weird because we're playing to you guys that are watching us on YouTube, and we're also playing to the people that download us wherever you find your podcasts. So I feel like I have to say to those people on the podcast that probably didn't watch the game, Dodgers had no offense tonight. Couldn't do anything at the plate. Shohei Ohtani did get a base hit, but Mookie Betts was completely useless. 0 for 4. Freddie Freeman's 14-game hitting streak comes to an end. 0 for 4. Andy Paez did have a hit. It's a nice piece of hitting. 1 for 4. Turned into nothing. Max Muncy, again, starting to find his way. Coming around. 1 for 3 today for Muncy. Will Smith, 0 for, because he didn't start. He was 0 for 1. He came in late in the game. Nothing happening there. Kike, 0 for. Conforto had a hit, which was nice to see. That came right after he made a fantastic play in the outfield, snagging a foul ball just up against the fence. So it is always nice to see a player make a nice defensive play and then come up to start the next half an inning and get a base hit, especially when you're Michael Conforto and you're 1 for 42. So the second hit for him in a long time. But then he struck out his next at bat. Didn't look good in that bat at all. So he's slowly but surely. One of the interesting things about Conforto's base hit, 80 miles an hour, which, as you know, if you looked at some of the exit velo from last night, balls were hit well over 100 miles on a regular basis. So if you want to find something to complain about tonight, you could say the fact that the roof was closed changed everything for both teams. The roof had been open in games 1 and 2. Tonight it was closed in Arizona Chase Field, and it definitely changes things. But the biggest factor for why the Dodgers had no offense was Corbin Burns. 7 innings, just 5 hits, struck out 5, only walked 2, 91 pitches, looked really, really good all night. Had everything working, great command. That being said, on the other side of things, as I said in the title, from a slugfest to a pitcher's duel is what we had tonight. Dustin May also locked in. Really tight, aggressive early in the counts, first pitch strikes on a regular basis. What was the stat when it was all said and done? When I checked it about midway through his outing, he was right around 50%. First pitch strikes, 17 of 27. So not quite 50%, but very good and aggressive and working all of his different pitches. Great command of the zone today. 5 Ks in all for him. It went sweeper, sinker. All of those, the first 4 were looking. So he really had dudes baffled. And the last one was a sweeper. But again, very aggressive early in the count. Vesia came in, pitched a third of an inning, finished for May, 0s and 1 K, which was good on 5 pitches after last night where he gave up 2 home runs, but got the win. And Kirby Yates finished off the game. He went 1, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 strikeouts. Dodgers lose 3-0. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. And we appreciate you allowing us to be your source for your team every day. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast brought to you by Amazon Fire TV and Locked On. Did you know your Fire TV is also an Xbox? Turn any TV into your gaming and entertainment hub with Fire TV Stick 4K devices. No console required. Just grab your paired controller, subscribe or sign in to the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with EA Play included, and you're ready to go. Dive into hundreds of premium titles from EA Sports, College Football 25 to Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, and Avowed, as easily as you stream your favorite shows. It's gaming made simple, and it's all on your Fire TV. It is affordable and it is portable, which is one of the things that parents love about this thing. When you go on vacation or you're going to visit in-laws and your kid wants to bring the gaming console and you're already bringing multiple suitcases, this is a whole lot easier to bring along. And you got that little stick and you're ready to go. So head over to amazon.com/Fire TV Locked On to get started. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription and compatible controller required. Available on select devices, including the Fire TV Stick 4K 2nd Gen, Fire TV Stick 4K Max 1st and 2nd Gen, and Fire TV Cube 3rd Gen. Tonight's episode also brought to you by Trade Coffee. Let's be real. Coffee isn't just a drink. It is a ritual and a lifeline for many of us. The thing that gets you going in the morning from half asleep to fully functioning. And it is very essential. I do agree with all of that. The process of making coffee for me in the morning is a ritual that I enjoy. And without it, there are times when I just run out of time or I'm up too early or I forget and whatever. And I'm like, why do I feel like crap? Oh, I need some coffee, right? And it is absolutely an essential part of the day. So why settle for anything less than amazing? That's where Trade Coffee comes in. Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S., delivering fresh, incredible coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. Whether you're a cold brew fan or a pour over purist. Is pour over a purist thing? I guess. I make coffee so many different ways. I make it with the Italian little reverse osmosis thing where you put the water in the bottom and then that water steams and then it ducks the coffee up in there. It's so rich and tasty. My wife has a fancy coffee maker where she makes the little espressos. I use the pods. I make good old fashioned, percolator coffee. It's kind of when you work in radio, which I did for many years, that's what's always available. That crappy garbage coffee. So I like that too. But sometimes it's as simple as putting good coffee into the percolator and you're good to go. So with this trade coffee, you'll get the best roast that you will undoubtedly love. Right now, Trade is exclusively offering our customers 50% off your first month trial at drinktrade.com/lockedonmlb. That's TRADE.com/lockedonmlb. For 50% off your 1 month trial, drinktrade.com/lockedonmlb. All right, Dodgers come up short tonight, 3-0. Bats go to sleep. Tough luck loss for Dustin May, who really came out and pitched well. 6 2/3, gave up 2 runs on 7 hits with 5 strikeouts and 1 home run, 88 pitches. The ERA now at 4.08. Really, if you're looking at Dustin May's outing, hold on. Love it when I get that tickle in the throat. We don't have a cough button here on YouTube. He really threw just 2 bad balls or had 2 hard hit balls against him. Was efficient in the 5th. He threw 9 pitches. There was just 2 hard hit balls that manufactured 2 runs. So he came out and did his job, had everything working. And, we've talked about not a lot, but a little bit a couple nights ago when Dustin May Yoshinobu Yamamoto went out and didn't have his best stuff and surrendered the grand slam and another home run. The first grand slam he surrendered as a Major League Baseball player, by the way. He usually goes out and dominates, and I don't know if the Dodger offense expects that from him or it's just that weird, freaky, random thing that happens every year where there's one pitcher on your team that doesn't get run support. In this particular situation, it's nice that it's Yamamoto. Somebody pointed it out in the comments that he's getting like 2 run support per outing, which is not a lot, especially when you look at what the Dodgers are capable of, like last night when they put up 14, right? And Roki Sasaki had a 5-run lead and they pulled him out of the game, and Banda comes in and surrenders a grand slam, game tied. So run support usually makes life a whole lot easier on you, but there's always one guy that doesn't get a ton of support. And it was Yoshinobu Yamamoto a couple of nights ago in the first game of this series on Thursday. And today it was Dustin May. He went out and did everything that he possibly could. And the Dodgers just couldn't get anything happening at the plate, which was surprising. 6 left on base. And 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Kike 0 for 1, Mookie 0 for 2, Conforto and Ohtani 0 for 1. That is, not what you're looking for. But, this is going to happen. Again, we say it all the time. That's baseball. You go out and rally in the 9th with 14, or there's 6 in the 9th and finish the game 4-2 into 11, and then you turn right around and back that up with a goose egg. It's unfortunate, but it happens. The Dodgers obviously had their opportunities, especially after Burns was out of the game. They had 3 at-bats where Burns wasn't pitching. Was it 3? No, it was 2. Sorry. But the Diamondbacks bullpen is not good of late. As a matter of fact, the 7+ ERA, we saw that last night, 20 runs over their last 19 innings. That got a little better today, but going in to the 8th and the 9th, Nelson did a really good job. He allowed nothing, 0s and 1K on 16 pitches over a 6-out save. So the Dodgers just, couldn't find any rhythm, any mojo, anything today. Just a stinker. That's the way you look at this one. Just a flat out stinker. So the bright spot, the good news is Max Muncy, Andy Pius continuing to hit. Kike over, but I have 1K. Yeah, he still looks more confident in the box. They mentioned that a week and a half ago, Kike's batting average was 130. It's now 207. So that tells you what he's been doing of late. And the Michael Conforto thing is still confounding. That's the word I was looking for a couple of nights ago. I said confuddling. It's confounding. So he's like so it's 42, 45. He's 2 for 45, but hit the ball hard-ish tonight. Got a base hit. So it doesn't have to be a line drive every time. Maybe the problem with him is, he's hitting the ball too hard. He has to take a little bit off. Just find a nice rhythm. I remember seeing that from Max Muncy's base hit today. Wasn't trying to do too much. Saw the ball, hit the ball, found the zone that the ball was in. He went to the ball, got it, and hit it up the middle. It wasn't a massive, 105 exit velo line drive. Just put bat to ball, put it in play. That's sometimes all you need. Nothing fancy. So the last comment I have on this game is, I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but does Austin Barnes need the glasses like Max Muncy does too? Max Muncy? Because when he threw that ball into center field down at second base, trying to throw out a runner, he's squinting like he couldn't see second base. And I don't know that you really need to throw a runner out. It's very different than batting, but maybe he could use the goggles as well. I was like, what? He's squinting, then he opened his eyes really big. Like, where did that go? No Name has a comment on Austin Barnes. Nothing can help Austin Barnes. Well, I think we're stuck with him, unfortunately, because he's a good catcher. Good-ish. He's hitting the ball a little bit better. It's not terrible. Batting average at 214. The OPS, a little over 500. It's not terrible. Could be worse. What did somebody else said something here? Mr. Seabad. Dustin May pitching in the month of May is terrifying. Somebody said that. Lieutenant T Beaches. Dodgers suck. Today they did, that's for sure. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast. We'll end it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. 3-0 the final today. Wrap up the series tomorrow with an opportunity to split this baby, as the Dodgers will get rolling at 110 with the Diamondbacks. Tony Gonsolin will get the start. He's looked good his first 2 outings of the season. Comes in with a 1-0 record, a 4.09 ERA, 17 Ks, and a 1.09 whip over 11 innings. Surrendered just 2 home runs and 2 walks. So things are looking up for the Dodgers, although Zach Gallen's a hell of a good pitcher as well. Has an unfortunate 3-4 record, 4.37 ERA, and a 1.21 whip. He's thrown 45 innings, struck out 49, and given up 6 home runs while walking 21. So what could be another good pitching battle tomorrow, as the Dodgers will look to split this 4-game set against the Diamondbacks at Chase Field in Arizona. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, don't forget to check out Jeff and Vince with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast Monday through Friday. And to you, Mr. AI, I hope I satisfied your needs and desires, and I hope I reached your lofty goals. We'll talk tomorrow after Game 4 of this series right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Take care.